going to have a PvZ. Let's do this, spawning in the bottom right position as our blue Protoss player. Coming in for MVP, it is going to be Finale. And spawning in the bottom left position as the yellow Zerg player. Just taking that nice win off of Naxio. It is Vortix. And if you guys just want to quickly just explain once again, I try to explain these at least for all of our revive matches that end up happening. In the Acer TeamStory Cup for the regular season, we have a limitation on revives. So it's an all-kill format for the match, but at any 3 points across all matches, you cannot do this more than 3 times between any number of matches. And you can only do it once per match, is you can just bring back a player. You have a revive. And you can use, so what they're doing now is they've used one of their seasonal revives to bring Finale back, and he will be able to play here for this match. This does not count towards the ace player revive. So theoretically, right now the score is 4-3. If Finale were to lose and the score becomes tied 4-4, Finale could be sent in again as the ace player. So the ace revives are unlimited as they are for the ace match, like how Vortix was brought back. But there are only 3 regular revives. So this is the only way you can have a player play 3 times in a match, is to make them an ace and use your regular revive. So hopefully a little bit of a clarification there for you guys. But pool on the way for Vortix. It's not a very fast one. He is going to be going for a hatchery follow-up. No fast probe from Finale. He's just going to go Nexus first. Very standard, both of these players opening up really economically. And I do have to say, though, even for Newkirk Precinct, this is a slightly almost greedy play from Finale, just blindly assuming that Vortix will go for either a hatch first or a 15 pool, but he did. So Vortix really isn't that cheesy, but he does have some very clever builds. That +1 roach timing is actually something he's busted out a couple of times so far here in the Acer TeamStory Cup. So we actually have one of the other observers asking about the revives. Yeah, I guess he used it. I mean, there's no other way he could be back. So Gateway coming in now for Finale. And we should see a Photon Cannon soon. Very standard play here. Just 2 Zerglings being made by Vortix to scout, hold on to the watchtowers, etc., etc. Nothing terribly fancy here. And he's going to chase this probe away. Little Proberto. He's just running for his life. All he ever wanted to do, scout. Now, well, should be able to get away. Not too much difficulty there in his saga. But double gas follow-up now for Finale. Nothing unusual at all here. Nexus is done. And typically speaking, in these kind of situations, there are some tiny details you may notice, such as, most of the chrono boosts will be spent on the natural Nexus as you want to saturate it more quickly, so you get a more efficient mining pattern. It's better to have lower even saturation on 2 bases than it is to have high saturation on one and low saturation on the other. Even if you're at 15 on one and 2 on the other, it's better to have like 7-7. We now have a 3rd hatchery coming in for Vortix. This is the standard response to scouting this very fast Nexus. So he's not really worried about any kind of fast aggression. Zealot's going to come out to help wall this off. Cybernetic Score will be done soon. And typically speaking, Finale, Korean Protoss player, one of the higher level guys we have competing here on this team. MVP actually, basically one of the most, probably favored actually to win the Acer TeamStory Cup. Is now going to add on some additional gas geysers. And this Overlord, can Vortix see this? Yes, he is aware. So, Vortix isn't doing anything unusual. Finale, Stargate opener, super, super standard. As far as Protoss versus Zerg goes, this is what people do. The Stargate opener, 4 to 5 Phoenix, harass Overlords. Once you hit 4 Phoenix, you can kill a Queen with 1 Graviton lift. Pick them up, kill her, move on. And it makes for a lot of good, easy harass sniping. And it also allows you to get rid of these Overlords that are spotting for things and trying to scout out your build. The double fast gas will allow him to get the sentry up as well as the warp gate. We could see an attack upgrade soon, but won't be able to afford that just yet. And, well, Stargate's done. Should see a Phoenix and a very fast robotics transition. This is pretty much the staple. Now, we should see the gas being mined here. Yep, the standardly timed 545 gas timing from Vortix. And basically what these players will do is get a Roach Warren, a Lair, and an evolution chamber, but he's going to go for speed as well. So it's going to delay his lair a little bit. He could be looking to do something like a very fast 3-base push with just Roachling, possibly some sort of Roachling max, which not quite as strong and actually won't do fairly well against this build. The Overlord does see the robotics facility, so the lair will begin. Very, very smart decision here from Vortix, not try to do anything too crazy. And you know, he possibly just got the Ling speed in case Finale was going for something such as a Sentry Immortal push, wants to have that tech available to him. But Immortal coming out here and a Sentry. Of course, with this Stargate play, he's not going to go for any kind of 2-base all-in. Or if he does, it's going to be a little bit later than a regular Immortal Sentry play. So getting up to his third Phoenix. He's got these pocketed away, and it's kind of neat because the Overlord didn't see that. He only saw the Robo, so he could assume it was late tech and not really prepare for this. But now the Phoenix are moving out. He's going to kill this Overlord. Wants to prevent him from scouting out anything else in the main base. And, well, now he knows. So we should see maybe a Spore in each mineral line is the best way to keep Queen secure. And there we actually see Vortix queuing up these Spore Crawlers. Very, very standard. When the lair's done, we should also see a Hydralisk Den. And then it's all going to come down to preference as to how fast Vortix wants to go for his Hive tech. And there we're actually going double Spore in each base. This is interesting. This is something that we see a lot of certain Korean players do. Namely, I can say Kwanta Kyun is a player known for double Sporing each of his bases. This way, he's just perfectly safe. You know, he has no possible chance of really losing anything that's in the mineral line. But these Overlords that are out of position, getting hurt, and really, really nice positional abuse here with these Phoenix getting a couple drone kills. Not bad. Fourth base is going down for Vortix, though, before the 10-minute mark. Very, very greedy play. He's actually going for the spread out base, too. This base will be pretty vulnerable to harass, but it might not be scouted by Finale in time. And at the same time, he's getting the Spire up. No Hydralisk Den. Very interesting play. Getting a couple drone kills here, though. Finale, he's scoring. He's getting some, it's like 20 points right there on the high scoreboard. But Zerglings checking for a third base. None to be found. Colossi transition coming in now. And what he basically wants to use these Immortals and Sentries for is to take a third base. But on this map, it's so open, it's so hard. The Zergling's already there to say, hey, man, no, not happening. But the question is, does Finale know about this top base? No. For all he knows, it's just a standard 3-base play. He could be preparing for Hydralisks. And this is actually going to really, really favor Vortix if he can get the saturation here. And he's got a lot of gas being mined. This looks like it's going to be a mass muta play. 1,600 minutes gas banked. This has got to be mutas. And you know what? With this Robo follow-up, this could do a lot of damage. He's going to open up with some Corruptors first. And the Corruptors are basically going to be able to tank the damage from the Phoenix and really just mitigate their anti-air. And just use the Mutalisks to kill everything else. It's such a smart play. This is such a fast Colossi timing from Finale. He's added on quite a few number of gateways. Now he's moved up to about 7. And this is a powerful timing. But the Mutalisk switch could actually just completely smack this down. This is an expertly crafted timing from Vortix. And the mutas are ready. The timing push is here, though. He needs to take out Finale before he takes any crippling amounts of damage. The force field has been activated. There's no Mothership Core. He has no way to retreat from this, and he can move. He can try to kite with the Phoenix all day. But the problem here is that the Mutalisks don't care about the Phoenix. He just needs to kill everything else that's here. He may lose this hatchery, though. The Queen will be targeted down immediately. No time to use the transfuse. As long as he doesn't lose the drones, he is fine. The Muta's ripping everything to shreds. The Phoenix digging into the Mutalisks, though. He is going to be able to clean up so much of this, and the drones have another base to go to. He will lose the natural hatchery, but Finale is losing quite a bit in the process. His push completely smacked, and there should be enough Mutalisks to deal with the number of Stalkers on the field at this point. We will see Finale resume Phoenix production, and that's exactly what he needs to try to hold this off. He might be able to kill the Spire, which should be really big, preventing any more Mutalisks from coming onto the field. And it does look like he's going to be able to do that with that +1 armor, +1 attack. No, he's being baited away. The Zerglings pulling him away. He's not going to be able to kill. It's got 76 health. The Zealots are trying to run up here and finish it off. Will he be able to? Yes, just barely killing that. Great catch here for Finale, but the problem is he's at 61 supply. He has barely anything behind this, and we still have a 3-base Vortix. He's got tons of money. He's going to immediately rebuild another Spire, and he could get Roaches, Zerglings, whatever he wants. There's nothing here in the main base of Finale. He's at 67 supply. He's got 2 Phoenix. That's about it. Really, just Vortix just, you know, it's like a Venus flytrap what he just pulled there. He said, okay, come on, I'm playing really greedy. I'm on 3 base. I'm going to go for Hydralisks. I'm going to switch to Hydras. Come on. And he baited him in. He saw the Roach Warren. And then as soon as he came in, he just pulled the Mutas out of nowhere. You know, it's like the trap door spider and just jumped right on top of him. And now Vortix with this commanding ball of Mutalisks is going to run into the main base. Stalkers do not trade well versus Mutas at all. The Corruptors are here to say, hey man, back off. These are my Mutalisks. You can't have them. And it looks like Vortix may be able to quickly smack down Finale. As long as Finale, technically speaking, the Phoenix can micro against these, but the Corruptors have the same range as them. He doesn't have the Anion Pulse Crystals. He doesn't have the full micro capabilities. And now the Roach Speed coming in. He's going double Spire all the way. And the Mutalisks are going to be able to pick off these pylons. And this is just looking so grim. Over double supply. Vortix, 53 supply for Finale. He's going to take out the pylons saying, okay, you're just not going to make anything else, and this is how I'm going to get you to leave the game. The gateways, all of them, but 2 turning off. I guess there's the one in the natural expansion, but doesn't even matter at this point. Using the corruption on the Stalkers to cause them to die even faster, and now everything dead. GG Vortix taking another win and bringing us to an ace match in this best of 9 Team League match. What a sick timing. I actually just gonna stand by the awful trapdoor spider analogy of him just being like, yeah man, come on. We got plenty of goodies for you, you know? Just come on over. Come on over, baby. And well, you see what happens when you go to meet people online in real life and you've never seen them before. Sometimes it can just be a giant pack of Mutalisks. So we'll have to see if they decide to bring Finale out again with their Ace Revive. But after that game, I just don't know, guys. You're watching the Acer TeamStory Cup. I am Nathanias. And before we go into our final match, I just want to thank you all once again for tuning in. I am pretty much full-time esports caster, just doing my best to try to get as much work as possible in this industry. And I really appreciate your feedback. You can tweet at me at QuanticNate. Information listed below. You can catch the VODs of these matches, youtube.com/darknathanias. And of course, you can check me out, I don't know, I guess wherever else you would look for information about people, Reddit, etc. So, yeah, we'll get into the final game as soon as we can, and just chill. You're watching the Acer TeamStory Cup.